Are you thinking about moving to Cibolo, Texas? This is one of the top suburbs of San Antonio, Texas. We are going to be touring the beautiful Venado Crossing right here in Cibolo. We are just 8 miles down the road from Randolph Air Force Base. So if you are going to be stationed here in the near future, this is a great neighborhood to keep in mind. Why don't we jump right in? If this is your first time to our channel and you want to know everything there is to know about living in San Antonio and its surrounding areas, like Cibolo, make sure you subscribe or tap the bell for notifications to ensure that you are one of the first to be notified when we bring you new market updates. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Steven Garza and I get phone calls, emails, and texts from people just like you every single day who are looking to make a move into the area. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away from making that transition, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All of our information is listed right below. And yes, this is Steve and I's personal cell phone numbers and emails. We would love to hear from you, and we would be honored to be your realtors of choice. Now let's dive into Venado Crossing. This beautiful neighborhood, as I mentioned, is just 8 miles away from Randolph Air Force Base. You are just minutes away from downtown Cibolo. Honestly, 5 minutes from HEB, Walmart, fast food, all of the things that you need on a daily basis are just right around the corner. You have 2 builders in here right now. You have Highland and Beazer. We are going to be touring the beautiful Highland, and we're also going to show you the community center that's coming soon and the brand new phase that's going to be opening in July. So if you want to build a home from scratch, you've come to the right place and the right neighborhood. Let's go tour some beautiful homes. Welcome to the beautiful Highland home model here in Venado Crossing. When you come in, you've got super high ceilings. It's really beautiful. You can choose that chandelier if you want. I'd probably go a little bigger, but that's just me. But you're greeted by high ceilings. So you would truly have a wall here. So it would be a hallway. They've just made this cut in for the offices, but you would have one big wall here. And then off to the side, you do have a bedroom. With a closet, of course. I do want to point out, they did upgrade this one with your plantation shutters. Just a nice touch. I don't know, Steve doesn't like them. I like them. It gives you a country feel. It's got they did a full bath here. That is going to be a choice if you choose to build. In most cases, this is going to be a half bath, but they chose to make this a full bath, which is great for like a mother-in-law suite or for your guests who are staying to have that full bath there. You have a coat closet right here. And then as you come down this hallway, you have your staircase, which we will get there. But then you also have your laundry room, and this would be where your access to the garage would be. So you do have a little mud room here once you come in from the garage. And you would have a door here to the garage instead of on that hallway. Now it opens up really great. Look at all these windows, high ceilings, beautiful windows. This is an entertainer's dream, right? You have all of your main dining room, kitchen, living room, all your entertainment space in one grand room. Check out, of course, the upgrades here with your tiling all the way up above the cabinets. These uppers would be extra as well. So another upgrade here would be the glass paneling in these cabinets. They typically range $250 to $300 per door. So it is a pricey upgrade once you start adding glass to some cabinets, but they really do shine. Me and Steve would never do glass cabinets because we have mismatching plates and cups and stuff. But if you have some really pretty china, you don't need the buffet or the china cabinet because you have these beautiful shelvings that you could display it with. But this extra buffet is really great with some quartz countertops. Good space. This is a big table in this dining room. So you could definitely go smaller and make the space feel a little larger. You've got a great open living room. The windows with the transom windows up top just really give a lot of natural light. They also extended the cabinetry out this way. Pretty positive that would be an upgrade. I don't think that comes with this floor plan, but something to ask about. And it's also a great way to see what you could do with it. This kitchen is great. You've got an island here with quartz countertops. They chose to do just white cabinets throughout. They do not have any hardware on them, so I do want to point that out. You can have the builders do the hardware for you. It's kind of pricey. It's a little pricey, but it is an upgrade for you to have hardware on them. All right, the other thing I want to point out is this is an electric cooking community, so you do not have gas. In this community, you're not going to get gas. So you do have electric appliances here. And then they also did a nice farmhouse sink there, nice and big. Lots of great cabinet space here though, lots of room. And then you have a pantry right over here. So relatively small for those of you coming from the East Coast. I hear that a lot, that we don't have a lot of closets or pantry space. You have a lot of cabinets here, especially when you count in all of these additional cabinets that they have added in. Let's go check out this primary bedroom. All right, so you've got vaulted ceilings in here. Really just helps make the room feel larger. I also want to point out the textured carpet or design carpet. This definitely has a really nice padding under it. It feels like you're walking on air. They also did a little window seat there. It's the little things. I've had a few of you guys reach out about those window seats. They're just really cute. They chose to do a barn door here into the primary. They got a lot of blue going on in this house. So we have blue in the kitchen. They did the picket blue tiles. Now they've got the subway blue tiles. This would be an upgrade. They are not going to tile on the outside of your shower unless you pay extra. So it is really pretty, but it is an upgrade. You've got two separate vanities. And then the walk-in shower is a good size. They did choose to take the tile from the floor and bring it up just in a different size tile, 12 by 24. And then you have a closet, which this is a good size closet for some. I would probably want a second one of these, but that's just me. And then you have your toilet room off to the side as well. Now, as you can see, there are two bedrooms, including your primary, on the downstairs floor, on your main floor. Now we're gonna go check out upstairs so you can see what else this beautiful floor plan has to offer. All right, so as we go upstairs, I just wanted to point out you have two more closets here. So as we entered, that was technically a linen closet. You can choose these things when you're building. They have a coat closet there. And then another just storage space that goes underneath the stairs, gives you some extra, sorry, it's a little dark in there, gives you some extra storage space. This is great for the Christmas tree. You don't have to haul it up the attic. You've got it inside and close and out of the way. Let's go take a look upstairs. All right, so up here you have a great size game room. Very spacious. You do have cutouts, so you have this half wall here that cuts out and that goes and shows you into the main living space. Then you have a separate cutout on the other side that goes down to your entryway. Kind of cool. And then some upgrades I wanted to point out was they did some like shiplap painted white up here. They also did it on this wall coming up the stairs. So they're definitely going farmhouse look in this model, just like with the plantation shutters, but just wanted to point those things out with the great Texas flag right here on the wall behind me. Us Texans are quite proud of being Texans. So Highland definitely jumped on the bandwagon with that. And then we've got 2 more bedrooms up here we're gonna check out. This would be bedroom 3. And then you have a bathroom that is shared, but it's gonna go around into the 3rd bedroom. So each, you have your sink here, and then you have another sink over here dedicated to this bedroom. And then you have a shared toilet and shower bath. Keep in mind the tile is not to the ceiling. So this tile, this white subway tile, does come standard with Highland. So this would be truly a standard bath without any upgrades. All right, let's go take a look at the outdoor patio and outside living. So the patio is located right off the kitchen. Really helps some barbecues. You've got a covered patio. Now they did some pavers on the floor, so that would be an upgrade, but overall this is a pretty standard covered patio. It is blocked and wired for a fan. We are middle of May and it is 102 degrees, so yes, you will want a fan just to move the air around and hopefully give you some coolness, but when it's blowing hot air, it's blowing hot air, guys. It's hot in Texas. So these are 65-foot lots. So as you can see, you get a good size backyard. So as you can see, good size yard. Now this is a 2-story home. So if you did a larger 1-story home, which they do offer here in this neighborhood, your backyard would be a little smaller because the footprint would be larger on a 1-story versus a 2-story. But overall, good size lots here. Sorry guys, it's hot. I had to come in the shade. So these lots do come with sod. Highland Homes is gonna sod the front and the back and give you a sprinkler system in the front and the back included in their pricing. You can get a home in here anywhere from the mid 400s up to high 500s. If you're gonna go Beazer, they do offer homes a little lower priced. Highland, of course, it's a premier product with lots of upgrades, so they do hit that higher price point. So the only other thing I wanna mention is that new phase is opening up. They are already pre-selling them, but the development is still happening and they won't officially start building or opening until July. So if you are looking to be here at the end, I would say November, December of 2025, and you want to be in this neighborhood with one of these builders, it's a great time to come pick it out. It does take around 5 to 8 months to build a home. It always depends on the builder and the neighborhood and how backed up they are. So I would keep in mind the 5 to 8 month timeline. So if you are looking end of 2025, this is a great time to get in already. You can be one of the first in the new phase. And Steve is going to take you around next and show you exactly that wonderful community center that they are about to break ground on. And it's going to be a phenomenal neighborhood. So let's go check that out.
All right, guys, we are here at Venado Crossing. And as you can see, behind me is the future home of the amenity center that's going to have a pool, a little splash pad for the kids, playground, a community center to rent out, you know, where you can do birthday parties and stuff like that. This community's just getting going. There's going to be a new phase opening in July as well. But let me tell you where we're at. We're out here in Cibolo. So this community is less than 5 miles, less than 4 miles actually, to HEB and Walmart. And then you got downtown Cibolo right down the road. That is gonna have your little antiques, your boutiques. It's gonna have some, it's gonna have a really good barbecue restaurant, and then also a little nightlife down there too. For if you wanna listen to some country music, I've been there. We had a great time, actually, met some friends. A little bit about the community itself. It's 1.93 tax rate, which is low compared to a lot of the other subdivisions or areas that we do. We're in Church, Cibolo, and Universal City ISD. So your kid would be going to Church, Cibolo ISD out here, which I hear they have a really good football team. The real estate out here is going to run you a little over 300 starting, and then up until like 550, 575 for Highland's biggest floor plan. And that's really if you deck it out. So you can see, I don't know if you can hear, but we're near Randolph Air Force Base as well, which is 8 miles away. So you'd be right to work. If you're working out of Randolph, you'd be there in 10 minutes, you know, maybe less. But yeah, I mean, this is just an up and coming community out here in the northeast part of San Antonio. And so the HOA out here runs you $500 annually, which is nothing once this is all complete. You know, to have access to your pool and community center and playground. Great family oriented community out here, military for sure. All right, let's keep on touring for the homes.
All right, so now that you have seen the beautiful Highland home at Venado Crossing, we're gonna jump in on a map so you can see exactly where this community is located in relation to Cibolo and the San Antonio area. Let's dive in. All right, so here is San Antonio on Google Maps, and I'm only zooming out this far so you can really get an idea of where Cibolo and this neighborhood is in conjunction to San Antonio. So we have Cibolo right over here. This neighborhood's actually going to be a little closer over here, closer to Marion. So in relation to San Antonio, you are really 15-20 minutes into San Antonio, but you are just literally 5 minutes into downtown Cibolo, to your grocery store, to everything. So let me just show you exactly where this neighborhood is on the map so you can find out how close it is to everything that you need. But overall, it is just outside of the big city of San Antonio. So you get a small town feel just outside of a really big city, which is great. So you have Cibolo right here. Cibolo is really this entire area. It's kind of taken over Marion, but Church, Cibolo, Selma, Universal City, this whole area, they're all very close. It's all one school district as well. But as we zoom in, you see Cibolo. There's your HEB. Okay, so you have Cibolo, you have downtown Cibolo right here. So this whole street is downtown Cibolo. You have your HEB here, you have a Walmart here, oh, right there. You have all of the fast food restaurants and regular restaurants all within this area. Downtown Cibolo has some really cute restaurants and little shops. It's like a really cute center, and it even has a pretty good barbecue spot there as well. Venado Crossing is right here. So literally 5 minutes, you just go straight down 78 and then cross the railroad track, and this is all downtown. So it is literally less than 3 miles to all of the things. Now let me zoom out just a little bit more so you can also see. There we go. So you have Venado Crossing right here. You have Randolph Air Force Base right here. So again, it is a straight shot down 78 into your entrance, your main entrance of Randolph Air Force Base. So if you are military, this is a great location because you're so close to work. It's literally just minutes, a few stoplights away. Your easy access into all of your shopping and HEB. You're also not far if you did want to come down 70 a little further and go down Roy Richard Drive. There's a ton of more restaurants and shopping. You've got a coffee shop here. You've got a massive HEB here. So if you are not from Texas, let me just educate a little bit. You have HEB, great grocery store, has everything at lower prices than what you're going to see with other national brand chains. Because everything is local, and we even HEB tries to get the produce and everything locally as well. So all of your strawberries at our local grocery stores come from a little town called Poteet, just outside of San Antonio. But then you have HEB Plus. So very similar to Walmart and Super Walmart. You have HEB, which is gonna have all your groceries, everything you need from a grocery store. And then you have HEB Plus, which is larger. They have very little clothing. I wouldn't call it a clothing store, but they do have some furniture there. It's just a larger grocery store, very similar to a Super Walmart versus a regular Walmart. Either way, great prices, great shopping, but you're really only 10 minutes away from a bigger HEB if you just want more selection. HEB is great. I will say if you want like a good wine selection, if you're shopping for wine, HEB Plus is going to have like multiple rows of wine, where a regular HEB is going to have one. That is, if you're a wino, you understand me. If you aren't, I'll put it in Steve's language, you have more beer selection at an HEB Plus as well. So all of that being said, this location is prime if you are wanting to live in a smaller town close to a big city. You're very close to all of your amenities that you would need on a daily basis in terms of grocery shopping, fast food shopping, those types of things. You're also, as I zoom out, I'm gonna put a dot here so you can at least see where the neighborhood is. So you've got the neighborhood here, but you are 15-20 minutes into New Braunfels if you want to go tubing the lake or using any of the nice restaurants there. You have the outlet malls up here, so you're probably 25-30 minutes from the outlet malls, which is like everything you could possibly think of. You're 15 to 20 minutes into this, 1604 I-35. I would say 15 minutes, to be honest with you. But you have what we call a shopping center called the Forum, which is located right here. That has even more restaurants. You've got a Target there. You've got Hobby Lobby. You've got DSW Shoes, which is a really nice shoe shop. So you've got just lots of shopping and other restaurants there at the Forum. And of course, you've got a lot more chain restaurants like Chewy's and Chili's and Freebirds, and coupled with some, smaller restaurants in there. So shopping is there. If you want to get to downtown San Antonio, you're every bit of 25 to 30 minutes. And Canyon Lake, you're about 30 minutes. Canyon Lake is right here, 30 minutes to Canyon Lake. So really, it's just a great location, especially if you're working at Randolph Air Force Base. Military likes to be around military, so it's a very safe community. Schools are great. Overall, you can't go wrong with this community. So I know this was a short map video, but really everything is so close, it's easy to show you just how great this neighborhood is. That amenity center will be done by the end of summer of this year, and the new phase opens up in July. So if you are looking to move here end of 2025 or into 2026, this is a great time to start shopping and looking in that area to see if that neighborhood, again, we only toured Highland on this tour, but there is Beazer homes there as well. They just don't have the model open for us to tour for you, but there are 2 builders in that neighborhood. So if you're interested in either, give us a call, let us know. All of our information is right below. Comment, let us know what you think of it. We're adding in our drone video, so I wanna make sure you guys get to see like exactly how that community looks and what the new lots look like as well. So thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one.